are going to be sharing ghost stories and also talking about being visited by loved ones that have passed. So to kickstart this, I wanted to share some different ways that our loved ones will visit us to let us know that their souls are at peace once they've passed. One of the ways that they'll do this is through vivid, lucid dreaming. Now, this is wildly different from just like a regular dream. Regular dreams are very chaotic. The scenery will shift all over the place in a regular dream. The locations will shift. And even if a loved one shows in the dream, it'll be like a background person and not the sole focus, which will let you know too that usually those dreams, when a loved one is in the background, are dreams that are allowing us to process grief and to not necessarily fill the void that we're feeling, but try and work our way through that and through accepting that loss so that we can allow ourselves to rebuild that love within ourselves that we feel we lost when we lost that person. So when someone truly does, a loved one truly does visit us in a dream state, it's very clear. The visuals in the dream are very clear. They're very calm. The location will stay the same. And even if you don't get like a actual visual of exactly what that person looked like and they show themselves super healthy, you will almost always know that that is your loved one, that that is who you had the dream about. And it'll be through different kinds of evidence, whether the person that you're dreaming about sounds exactly like them or shows you different images or something that only they would know about. It doesn't leave any area for confusion, although it still can, when you wake up, you still feel very heavy. Because you're still processing that grief, even though they've come to you and let you know that their soul is at peace, you still need time in your human experience to process all of the emotions surrounding even seeing that person and being visited by that person after they pass. So a recent story of mine when it comes to being visited by somebody, and it wasn't a loved one of mine, it was actually a customer that I had when I was grooming dogs. So this was quite a while ago. For those of you who don't know, I was a dog groomer for like 8 years. And one of my clients, I groomed his dog for at least 6 of those 8 years. We were very close. And when he passed, no one told me. I just had a feeling one of the last times that I saw him that things were really going downhill for him. He was an older gentleman and the dog that he owned at the time was a lot older as well. And I wound up having a dream about him that he came to see me at the groom shop that I used to work at forever ago when I first met him and first groomed his dog. And he was a lot younger and spunkier. And the whole concept of the dream was literally him walking through the front door, smiling at me and handing me the dog. And so I wound up getting validation that he had passed because his daughter reached out to me and wanted to let me know that not only had her dad passed, who was my client, but also his dog had passed 2 days after he passed. So it was like he came through to tell me that his soul was at peace and his dog was with him. It was very beautiful.
Aww. That's super sweet.
It was very vivid too. And that was before I really knew that I was psychic. Like I'd put that label on myself or anything. So I feel like that's important to note too, because even in our own humanity, it doesn't matter what your gifts and abilities are, just being human beings in having that comfort and that closure and being visited by our loved ones is basically a normal thing.
I only have one really like crazy story. Like, obviously I believe in, visitations, and I have probably been completely unaware that I was having, dreams of past loved ones. But there is a story that my whole family tells from when I was young. Like, between 2 and 3 years old that I used to hang out. We lived in this house on the river that what used to be like a kind of like a riverboat inn because it was right off the river. And there was these attic stairs that folded down that went up to the attic that was kind of like a spare room. And I used to come to the bottom of those stairs all the time. And my mom and my dad would catch me all the time on the stairs trying to get into the attic. And I was always talking to myself. Well, then I started, when I was out in the yard playing, I started calling my next door neighbor, who was an elderly gentleman. I started calling him Grandpa. And when my mom asked me why I called him Grandpa, I told her because my dead grandpa said I could.
Oh, wow.
And then as I got older, every time that we would have family get-togethers, especially around the holidays, whenever people would start talking about him, I would feel like my left shoulder get super, super hot. Like there was a really warm hand on it.
Mm-hmm.
And my grandfather was a prize fighter and he had massive hands. And one time I brought it up at dinner and the family just always assumed that it was my grandpa because he passed while I was 9 days old. He passed when I was 9 days old and he was actually babysitting me when my mom and my grandma went grocery shopping.
Oh, wow.
We're making noises.
Sorry.
I don't know what that is.
It was 7.
So
I reached level 7 in the thing. I don't know what it is exactly, but I reached level 7.
Well, 7 reached 7. It's
Yep.
Yeah, it's a thing. But I never knew if it was just one of those things where my whole family accepted that when things happened around at the house that it was my grandpa.
Yeah.
Everybody just accepted it. So that's why I never looked into it. I never worried about it. I have no idea if that was true or not. Those are just the stories that my whole family used to tell about me when I was growing up. The talking on the attic stairs, the conversation I had with my mom about me calling my older neighbor Grandpa, and then the warm hand on my shoulder during the holidays.
That's another really big one, too, that we'll get into with the physical sensations and being visited by your loved ones and sharing that connection with them. I do want to ask 7, though. 7, do you have any of the dream, like the vivid, lucid dream connections to any of your loved ones having visited you after they passed?
My dad did when I was pregnant with my son, my younger son.
Mm-hmm.
I was obviously asleep, dreaming. I was pregnant, and I don't remember exactly how it started, but I was communicating, and I was given, it was like pictures, like, kind of like on like flashcards. And I asked, who are you? And it showed me a picture of a rooster, and I connect roosters with my dad. And so I remember feeling like I knew it was him. And I was asking him multiple questions that I don't remember, but I know I asked if it was a boy or a girl, and he showed me the symbol for a boy. And there was a couple others, but I know that's how I knew that my son was a boy.
That's incredible.
I feel like and my son has told me that he knew my dad. My son obviously was born after my dad passed, so he has mentioned that he knew my dad before he came here when he was younger. He told me that. And my son plays guitar and actually plays my dad's guitar and other instruments as well. He's very musically inclined, so I think he gets that from my dad.
Oh, absolutely. That's how my mom was. My mom, when she was pregnant with my little sister, she had a dream that her dad came to her in a park and sat next to her on a bench. And when he had to leave, he walked with her across this little bridge and he handed her a baby girl and said, "Take care of her."
Oh, wow.
And so that was how my mom knew she was going to have a little girl. Because her dad handed her, my mom knew she was pregnant at the time, but she didn't know if she was going to have a boy or girl. And my mom, even though she had that dream, so she kind of like knew without knowing, she never wanted to know. Like my sister was a surprise. So my mom went her whole pregnancy with telling all the ultrasound techs, "Don't tell me the gender, I don't want to know." And my mom didn't actually find out if my sister was a girl until the day she gave birth to her.
Oh, wow.
And lo and behold, and she told everybody about that dream too. She was like, how ironic will it be if I have a girl?
Yep.
That's
So
wild.
they'll definitely do that too.
Yeah, when I had my ultrasound, I told them, she's like, do you want to know? I was like, you can tell me, but I already know it's a boy. And she goes, wow, you'd be right.
That's how I was with Kinsley, my daughter.
Yeah.
Because I just knew it was like the pregnancy was so different, and I don't know, not even just that, because like obviously every pregnancy is different, and you can have two boys and they'd be wildly different, but
Yes.
it was just like something in me. I just knew it. Even though I still did the whole surprise thing and took my grandma with me and let her, the lady passed my grandma the whole gender thing, and my grandma threw a gender reveal party for me. I knew before then. And I told my grandma, I said, my guess is it's a girl, but don't tell me. So that's really cool too. I didn't have a dream about it though. It was just like a feeling that I had that it was going to be a girl.
I knew both my boys were boys. I have no idea how I knew. I asked during my ultrasounds to know and confirmed they were boys, but I just like, I knew. I don't know if maybe that was a dream that I had that I forgot. I knew that both my kids were boys.
Yeah. Sometimes it is just a knowing though, because you're so connected with yourself that you can just know things like that without it having to be a dream or this big spiritual event or whatever. Sometimes it really is just you being connected to yourself and having that kind of knowing.
Yeah, I knew every time I was pregnant. It wasn't like a worry or a guess. I had plenty of like those, but like when I knew. Like there was no, it was like I knew before I even took a test. The tests were just to confirm my knowing was on point.
Yeah.
My knowing was based off of me throwing up my morning coffee on my second one.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, I couldn't drink coffee with either of them. And my husband and I were trying, and, I have fertility issues, and the doctors are like, this is going to be years of struggling. And I was like, okay, so let's start now. We hadn't even moved in together yet. And I was like, let's start now. That way I don't have to try to have a kid at, 45. Mm-hmm. And so I was not expecting when 3 months after trying, I took one singular sip of my morning coffee before going to work, and I had to jerk out a garbage can and throw up into it. And then I text him and I'm like, Pookie, I'm pregnant. So that's a very physical reaction.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, for sure.
To how I knew that I was pregnant after 3 months of trying.
Yeah. Speaking of physical sensations and what you were talking about earlier too, with like that whole connection to your grandfather having really big hands and feeling that hand on your body, that is another way that our loved ones show themselves to us after they've passed, and letting us know that their souls are at peace as well. Not everybody likes those kinds of physical sensations. I am one of those people who does not like them. I, however, don't mind like a change in temperature. So if I walk into a room and I'm like, ooh, spooky little chill, okay. I don't mind that. I don't mind like when my hair stands on end, letting me know something's there. But as far as like, I've literally been live and had spirit like grab my hair and like pull my head to the side. Didn't like that. No. I've been smacked. I've been grabbed. I've had my clothes pulled. I've had situations where I'm sitting on the couch and I feel somebody sit down next to me. I've been laying in bed at night and felt somebody pull my blanket. I've also felt somebody get into the bed with me and woke up and there was no one there. So there's a lot of sensations that I don't like. And I'm like, hell no. If you do that again, you got to get the fuck out. Because I know maybe you're not trying to be scary, but you got to think about this as if like you're still in your human form. This would have scared the hell out of you. So don't do that to me again. And all that to say, we are in control of everything that happens to us too. So if something does happen to you and maybe a loved one is trying to communicate with you and it is very scary, tell them that. Even if you're not sure who's communicating with you, because your loved ones will respect that and they will find other ways to communicate with you. They're not out there intentionally trying to scare you and trying to sour the connection with you. So never forget that you're in control of the things that happen to you and around you. And because I've had those boundaries for so long, I really don't have a lot of things like that still happen to me, it's very rare that I'll be touched or grabbed or feel somebody sit next to me or something like that anymore.
So Katrina actually asked in the comments, do you guys ever plan on talking about animal totem / symbolism if you haven't already?
We sure can.
Yeah, we absolutely can. We have not talked about that yet.
I need my pen in here so I can write these things down.
I'm
I think
writing
that
it
could
down
fall
right
under like
now.
synchronicities and stuff too. We could do a whole topic on all that.
Oh,
Yes.
Hey, guys.
I think I had it on the list. Synchronicities versus, oh my God, I can't remember what else I called it. Synchronicities versus coincidences.
I can't say it, but you know what I'm going for.
Yeah. If you can start it, I can finish it. Yeah, I'm definitely happy to have a warm hand on my shoulder versus somebody. If somebody, listen, I'm swinging. I don't care what it is. If I feel the sensation of somebody getting into bed with me.
Yeah.
I'm waking up in a full panic, like my room is on fire and I'm just throwing bows and fists.
Absolutely. It's terrifying. And that happened to me when I was a kid. I literally thought, like, because me and my little brother were so close growing up and we shared a room for forever, I thought, oh, maybe he had a nightmare and came and crawled in bed with me, because I didn't feel like my blanket or anything move. I literally just felt like the pressure of my bed sinking in, like somebody had climbed into bed with me. And I looked over to see if it was him and nothing was there. Nobody was there. But my bed was like, you could tell somebody had been there. So I was like, I knew I wasn't making it up. When I tell you I woke up, screamed, and ran into my mom's room so fast. Like, that was so horrifying for me, like, as a little kid.
Jordan, you can probably answer this. So the shadows that you see that zoom by super fast out of the corner of your eye, is that a random encounter? Is that spirit encounter? Could that be loved ones? Is it probably not loved ones?
It's all of the above. So if it's loved ones that are doing that, they're testing to see if you're scared to see them. Every time. They're going to give you a tiny little blip out of the corner of your eye and see if there's curiosity. Do they want to see me? Would it be really scary if they saw me? Were they curious about that? I mean, every time it happens, even to me to this day, my heart flutters. I'm like, oh shit, I saw that. Even though it doesn't, like, I know I'm safe and I know that they have no ability to hurt me. Every time though, you're going to get that reaction. So it's more so like sitting with yourself for a moment and like, okay, I wasn't actually scared. That was just like, you know, if somebody drops a plate, you're not in danger, but that noise is scary, you know?
Oh yeah.
You're going to jump.
Oh yeah.
So
100%.
Sitting in that, like, okay, that really wasn't that scary. And if I really think about it, that really felt like a guy. I wonder who that was. And then the more you sit in it and the more you're like inquisitive about it, the more you'll find those answers for yourselves even. But it could be any of those things that you just listed off. It could be a loved one. It could be a random. It could literally be like, you know how like in shows, they'll show you where different realities are layered over each other?
Yes.
Yeah. It can be something like that, where you're seeing a whole different timeline of events happening. Like, for instance, the house I lived in that I bought before this one, I always saw these two cowboys on a trail, which is crazy because I literally live next to a strip mall that had like, I don't know, 12 different stores in it. But in the parking lot of this place, I always saw that. And I always saw them trotting into one of the buildings, but it wasn't like the buildings that were there. Like, I was seeing into a different timeline. So things like that will happen too. But those two guys that I saw didn't start off that way. It started off as horse noises outside. And I'd be like, the hell? And I would go look and nothing would be out there. And then I got inquisitive about it. Like, why am I hearing that? Horses can't exist right here. I live on a main road. Like, it's all businesses and like buildings and houses stacked on each other. You can't even legally have horses right here. So that was just my own curiosity that grew into this vision of what these actually were, and then piqued my curiosity. And so I started doing all this research about that actual location, the history of that location, what existed there, if there was ever like ranches or saloons and stuff like that. And I wound up finding the history on it, and it was really cool.
Yeah, if there were horses out where I'm at, that would be a thing that could actually happen.
Yeah.
I will tell you that the shadow things that I see on property versus in my house have two very different feels.
Yep.
Like
And see, that
inside feels
goes,
personal and calm, but I feel like the stuff either in the area or on my property or around my property is I just stand there and I listen, and then I'm like, do I have the heebie-jeebies? And more than likely I get the heebie-jeebies, and then I'm like, yep, we're going inside now.
yeah, exactly. If you sit with it for a moment and it makes you feel something wrong, then you'll know. Like, that's clearly not something I want to fuck with, you know?
Yes.
But see, I'm a fuck around and find outer because I'm like, why does it make me feel that way? Are you like pretending to be spooky and you're trapped here and you don't want somebody trying to help you? Like, where are we going with this story? Because like, you want me to be scared clearly, but I'm not. So what's the truth of the situation here?
I've watched way too many movies of people being curious to their detriment.
Yeah.
My curious has worn out. Like, it'd be great, like, you know, if it didn't give me the heebie-jeebies, I might be like, let's explore these options. But I am a product of a horror movie generation. And I've seen that movie and it doesn't end well. So
Yeah.
I'm just like, nope, time to go back in the house.
But like, the neighborhood I live in now, I used to rent a duplex here, and a little story time about me fucking around and finding out. The bedroom that I had, right outside of the bedroom, there was this really big tree that had like a really low branch on it. And I don't know, multiple times a month, I would see this guy just standing in the corner of my bedroom, and he always had his back to me, and he was always kind of like swaying, and he always had his hands together. And it freaked me out. And I was just like, why are you always there? Like, I literally see you. And I would be like telling him, I see you. I know you, like, my hair standing on end, something bad happened here. I know it did, but like, why won't you talk to me about it? And every time I would talk to him, I just felt like the tree was important. And so I was like, you know what? I'm just going to go make this tree as pretty as I possibly can. So I wound up decorating the tree in my yard, and I wound up painting a picture of the tree. And it wasn't until after I did all that, because I was really trying to figure out why this guy wanted me to know the stuff about the tree, that he turned around. And when I tell you, it was one of the scariest spirits I've seen in a really long time, because he had been unalived. And the way that he had been unalived, he showed it to me. So I saw what he would have looked like after his passing. Very detailed. And that was enough to make me go, okay, maybe I don't want to know. So I didn't look into it anymore after that for a while. And then I saw him again, and he showed himself to me in like a really young, like probably early 20s. Because when I saw him the first time, he was probably late 30s, early 40s. And then when I saw him again, he was showing himself to me young. And I was like, do you just need help? Do you just need someone to know what happened to you so that you can cross over? Do you just need me to see what happened? And I just got this overwhelming like sensation, and I started crying. Like, that was what he needed. He needed me to go through that with him. And long story short, he wound up showing me that he had been chased down and he had been hung from that tree. And so after he showed me that, and I was able to, you know, validate for him that he wasn't crazy, these are the things that happened to him, this is truly what he experienced, I never saw him again. And I knew that his soul was at peace after that. And the crazier thing about that is I was not the only person that saw him in that house. The people that lived there before me saw him, the neighbors who lived behind me saw him, and my husband saw him in that house.
I hear a lot of people seeing things besides like the shadows out of the corners of my eyes. I don't think I've ever seen anything.
Well, that could be a boundary that you have set too. Like, when they're popping by and showing themselves to you like that, and not to say you're not interested, but like, if you're like, I'm good on it, y'all can just be little pop-ins like that. It's the curiosity for me that has allowed it to grow and build more over time, because I've just seen the pattern in like how a lot of movies and stuff portray people and portray like psychics and portray like demonic possession and all that. And I wanted to understand more of that through my own life. I wanted to stop being so scared of everything, scared of myself, scared of religion, scared of heaven and hell. I wanted to fuck around and find out the truth for myself, which is really why I started asking those questions. And I started allowing those scenarios to play out more. And I started being more like in the moment with those things when they happened. And I stopped trying to escape from so many of those things happening or like push it away and kind of like eased into it. So I've got endless stories like that, though. I'm not going to get into all of them, but just a little bit of the fucking around and finding out that I've done is just taught me that like not everything that seems so bad and so scary in the moment truly is.
Katrina said, what do you think about not physically seeing them, but almost knowing and seeing them in your head?
Yes.
I do have a story that, because it happened so long ago, I honestly don't remember if I saw, I don't normally see things. If I do, if it's like Stephanie was talking about, like the shadows and stuff. But there was an instance years ago, my daughter's father and I were hanging out at his friend's house. And I remember saying, I don't know if I actually saw her, but I know what she looked like. I felt her presence at the very least. A little girl, and I looked at the owner, the guy's house that we were at, and I was like, there's a little girl here. And his eyes got big and wide. He goes, you can see her? And I said, yeah, I saw her. And I don't know if I saw her like with my actual eyes or in my head, but we both started describing her to each other. Like we both saw the same thing. And I guess she had been there for a period of time and he kept seeing her, and she was like essentially torturing him because he was terrified.
Aww.
Little girls will do that. Little girls are terrifying.
She was like wearing one of those like white fluffy dresses with the bow on the back of it and everything. Like those were the things we were talking to each other about, how she looked. But she also was very like sad and scared at the same time. And apparently he had seen an older man as well. I did not, but he was telling me she was afraid of him.
Yeah, I'm assuming, and this is just like me knowing me, it's probably not true. I am very easily distracted. And even if something profound happens, like I said, I stand there, I listen, I'm like, am I creeped out or not? And then I like, moving on. And then the song I had stuck in my head comes back on, and then I just keep going about my day. So,
well, it has to do with like your own innate abilities too, like how we were talking about you being a shield.
True.
So part of that too is like, do I need to ward something off, or can it pleasantly remain the fuck over there?
Yes. Well, and then also I got invited to that paranormal event that basically like a ghost hunt that I was telling you about earlier.
Mm-hmm.
And then I had never been to one before because I'm just loud and inappropriate. And then like everybody's like, be quiet, we might pick up something. Then I'm in another room farting. Like it's a whole thing.
Yeah.
So I'm like, am I even appropriate for this? And then I started thinking about what you said, where you said that I was a shield. And I'm like, would that be a bad thing?
No, it's not a bad thing at all.
Paranormal investigation.
No, not at all. Because in those situations, you're the safe one. So let's say you and I go somewhere together, right? I'm a transmuter. So I look for, we'll just call it demonic energy, to see if it can be influenced back into, we'll just use demons and angels for this purpose, an angelic energy, right? But there would be situations where I'd be like, hey Stephanie, can you come open this door for me? Because I'll know I'm not allowed to touch that door. I don't fucking know why, but I know I can't touch that shit. That's so disrespectful to whatever spirit's in there. But they're not going to see it as disrespectful from you because there's just this written knowledge that you are not going to influence them in any way, shape, or form. You're literally just going to be in the space, like a shared space. Does that make sense? Whereas they know I'm coming in there to fuck around. So they're like, yeah, keep that bitch the fuck out of here. Scare the hell out of her. Touch her, pull her, smack her, scratch her, scare her. Don't let her in here. Whereas I could be like, hey, Steph, I need to stand close to you real quick. And I need you to go in this room with me and open this door. And I also need you to move that chair when we get in there. So you and I could be a powerhouse together in a scenario like that. So as far as you going and doing paranormal stuff, abso-fucking-lutely do it.
What about me? What would happen with me?
Girl, you fucking have every damn attachment in the world going home with you, making new best friends with all type of shit in there. You'd be like, no, she's so sweet. She's just sad and lonely. And what she really wants to do is attach to your energy and, suck your life force. And you're like, I don't know why I'm so sick. Like, get rid of that person. What are you talking about? You brought home the wrong thing, homie.
Well, I guess the next time they do one, I'm going to sign up and see how it goes.
Oh yeah, because you don't, like I said, you are like Sweden when it comes to those situations. So you'll be able to interact with stuff, even if a spirit box is going off and they're saying like really dark shit and it's scaring everyone. If you go stand by that spirit box, the energy will change. They won't try to be so scary. The spirits coming through are going to be like, oh, well, she can't do anything to us anyway. We may as well be normal. I know that sounds fucking crazy, but fuck around and find out. Do it.
I mean, listen, I am all for it. I am definitely, and you know what? I'm probably going to end up, because I know the people that run the investigations are probably going to be like, so listen, this is what I was told. I'd like to do some scientific experimentation with this.
Yes.
But also, too, it's really weird because I've always naturally approached like overly emotional people when they're freaking out. I just go into the same room with them and I sit down, or I stand near them and I'm just like, I'm just holding space. You do say whatever you need to do. I'm just holding space for you right now. That's like how I've always approached like intense situations like that as well.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. That makes sense.
So, but yeah, I'm definitely going to have to do me a paranormal investigation.
Yep.
Do a little
Like, if we all
updates
live
on that.
closer, we could do one on live. It would be so fun together.
Oh my God, it would be. I would love that so much.
Right?
I just need to get all of the giggles and all of the inappropriateness out before we get there, because I am worried about my crazy.
Hey, I'm the same way, so I wouldn't even worry about it.
Ruining, just like taking my speaker and I'm like, spirits, let's party. And then like, yeah, I need to, if we're going to do a serious situation, I need to get out all the giggles before we go in.
Well, comic relief is a big thing for you too. So
Yes,
I wouldn't throw away everything that, you know, makes it fun for you to try to be super serious. Trying to be super serious would fuck it up. I'd still be corny. I'd still be dropping F-bombs and making sexual innuendos. I'd still be doing all that if I was you going into a situation like that. Because you have to fully bring your energy into it to truly scientifically fuck around.
There's no 100% serious for me ever, and it does not matter. Well, okay, unless my kids are involved. Unless my kids are involved, and then there is no smiles, there are no jokes. But anything else, and I'm just a goofball 100% of the time, and I cannot help myself. Nothing has ever been that serious outside of my children that a joke was not made or inappropriate behavior was not had.
Yeah.
Same.
And see, that's really nice for someone like me in those situations, because I am so serious. Because I'm like, fuck, I'm the threshold between this thing hurting people and not hurting people, you know? Even though if you and I were together, that wouldn't be the same case. But you joking and dropping jokes would bring such like a lighthearted, like, did I fart or was that a ghost? I need you to tell me, Jordan. Like, that would just, chef's kiss. That would be fucking hilarious.
How does that work with the way our energies
so
are so different? Because
Like
Jordan's a transmuter, Stephanie's the shield, and I'm like friends with everything. How would that? We would confuse the fuck out of the ghosts. Like,
You'd have to lure them into one room after Jordan clears a room, and that one particular room with nothing in it would have to be the fart room.
Yep.
So you'd have to lure them.
That would be so epic, like for us to just do a meetup and then like go to one of the most haunted places in the area of a meetup and just go live and let people watch us do this.
That would be amazing. I would love that. And then also too, probably like going live like the whole weekend or week or whatever, just because I'm imagining like the shenanigans.
Yeah.
Dude, me just being like, if I came to visit you, me just being in your house would be a shenanigan within itself because of the amount of like oddities you have that don't affect you, that I could be like, yeah, there's literally this attached to that thing. So definitely don't ever give that to somebody.
I just got some new things too.
See what I mean? Like, wild.
Jordan would have me tied to a chair. Don't touch anything.
That is no touchy.
Yeah, for real.
Be like, this is going to have to be in another room, or you're going to have to lock it up because Seven's going to want to touch it.
Yes, and 7 too is like so drawn to the shadow of things, but even in the shadow sees like rainbows in the shadow. That's why she's like, I want to take home all the things. I want to love them all, even though they don't necessarily always want to love her back.
Sure they do. I don't know what you're talking about.
That's what can make it a little dangerous.
That's humans. Humans are evil.
Yeah, that's why when I talk shadow, I'm talking about human psyche. That's the scariest thing ever.
Yeah, for real. But
Let's
to
work on
answer
those shadows.
Definitely. To answer your question, Katrina, about seeing things with your eyes and like seeing things in your mind, when I was at Sevens, when I came up there and visited in New York, there was quite a few spirits in her house. But the woman that was in her house, for me to fully explain to her what the woman looked like, I sat at her dining room table and closed my eyes. And I had the woman basically like come forward in my mind because there was so much energy in the house that wasn't Sevens, and there was a lot of chaos in the house that wasn't Sevens. It was so hard for me to like see her with my actual eyes because there was so much energy all over the place, especially because like there's people that live right on the other side of her. There's people that live behind her. There was just a lot of influential energy. So I did. I just sat there. I closed my eyes. And then I know I've told this story before, but we literally felt the woman walk up behind me. Like the whole temperature behind me shifted. And I had Seven come over there and go, holy shit. Because it was freezing right there behind me. But there was nothing to be scared of because she didn't mean any harm. She just literally wanted us to know that she was there and why she was there. So I was able to tell Seven that too. I don't feel her there anymore. But yeah, I did not see her with my eyes. I saw her with my mind.
See, I know that shadow figure is still there. I saw that a couple days ago. I was in the kitchen and I saw it out of the corner of my eye and I was like, yep, I see you. I know you're there.
Yeah, the one that stands in the hallway by the stairs.
Yeah.
Yeah. I still feel that one, and I still feel whoever is down in the basement. But I don't feel anything bad from them at all. It's just more so like a connection to the like earth there, if that makes sense. That's why I was telling Shaheem, like, babe, you can't go in there and take anything. Don't move anything if you crawl into that crawl space, because whoever this is connected to this land, and they will see that as a challenge and they will fuck you up. You got to be respectful about it. Like, sure, you can go in there, you can visit, but you cannot steal. You cannot take it. They see this place as like their soul's resting spot. So if you go in there and fuck with anything, you have now caused them pain and grief and suffering, and they in turn are going to do that to you.
Yeah.
It's a sacred space.
Yes, exactly. I don't know why I've always wanted to physically see them, but it's always been in the head for me. I've always wondered if I was being dramatic or if it was a real thing. No, it's very much a real thing for you. Honestly, though, I wish I could tell you physically seeing them is awesome. Sometimes it's not. Like, I have situations where I've been driving down the street and had to slam on my brakes and swerve and almost hit a real person because a dead person walked out into the street, and I thought it was a real person because I saw them like they were a real person. So, and the other thing with like seeing spirits too is you don't just see human spirits. I have seen so many things that I just don't understand. I don't know what realm they come from. I don't know how it exists. I don't know what reality it's part of, but I see it. And sometimes I see it with my physical eyes too. Sometimes I see it in my mind, but that's something that's important to know about seeing things in general too. It won't always be like a human spirit. Yeah, I don't want to see those crawler things. Yeah, there's a lot of different things to see and to experience. So, and it could be that too. You already have such a good connection with spirit communication and them communicating with you through your like third eye, through your mind, that there's no need to push it further than that and to open up a whole new category of spirit communication, if that makes sense. And like if you have someone that you have someone or a pet or something that you know the energy of it, you know the smell, you know the sounds, you've fully experienced that person or that animal, and they are in spirit, you can communicate with them that way. You can ask for more physical visualization from them only. But even in saying that, you have to be aware that the other exists as well. And it may not work out that way. You may start seeing them so well that you start seeing everything and you're like, holy shit, what did I sign up for? Because once it's there, it's basically there. It's like being able to drive a car. Once you have that ability, it never goes away. Or riding a bike, or whatever the symbology is for that.
I just feel like every now and then I'm like, woo woo, something's around, and then I'm just off and distracted and doing my thing.
Yeah, because it's not, you can't, not that you can't, they know that you won't challenge, change, interrupt, or do anything with them. The acknowledgement is just there. We could coexist. I can do whatever I want because you're not going to stop me. Like, no rules, no regulations, but also I will never do anything to you because I want to keep this agreement. So that makes sense why you have all those sensations of them being around and why it's different for me and for Seven.
Yep. Because I'm like, I would be that person that some ghost or something's doing, and I'm like, do you, boo?
Yeah.
So, but yeah, I'm definitely gonna. I definitely don't want to. I like I said, I'm too easily distracted. If I would get no work done, if I could see things, I would not be able to do anything. So I'm glad that I'm not a seer.
See, you think that, but it's like you could still go to Walmart and get your shopping done. Does it take you a little extra time? Yes. Is it overwhelming? Absolutely. But you're used to it now. So you make your list, you have your plan, you get in there, maybe you forget something and you have to go back. That's how it is for me because it's just been normal for me for so long that it's not this thing I have to figure out now anymore. It's just like going to Walmart for me. Sometimes it's chaos. Sometimes it's going to the gas station and pumping gas and no one even talks to me, but they're all over the place.
Katrina said, I'm content with being visited in just my dreams by who I trust. Makes sense.
Good. That's a good safe boundary for you to have.
She said, what if they showed up down an aisle to remind you of something you forgot to buy?
That would be epic.
That I need. I would pay for that.
And there really are. Like, I have loved ones who show up for specific reasons. Like, I have a cousin who passed in a car accident. And the way she passed was she was texting and driving and she dropped her phone. She was arguing with someone and she took her seatbelt off for like 2 seconds to grab her phone and drove into a tree and died immediately on impact. So every single time I get into my car, not only does the beeper thing go off, but I feel her in my car. Like, and she was a mother. She had 2 children. She had a boy and a girl. So I get that whole like, put your damn seatbelt on. It doesn't matter if I get in my car, if I get in someone else's car, she is there to tell me, put your fucking seatbelt on. And she reminds me to tell everyone too. Like every time people get in my car, I'm like, seatbelt check, everybody buckled up before I even put my car into gear to move my car. And I feel her every single time. So we will have loved ones who show up for very specific things like that too.
I feel sometimes they show up too just to let you know that they're there. With my uncle, he had told his stepsons that he would, because he was very much into all this stuff,
Mm-hmm.
And he said he would jingle the, what are those things called? The chimes?
Yeah.
When he was around, and I don't have them yet. But I had heard them, I think started hearing them last year, and I'm like, where the fuck? That house way over, totally separate from this land, like right next door to where you parked, that house over there.
Yeah.
Somewhere they must have chimes because I can hear them coming from over there.
Aww.
So I always wonder if that's him or it's just because they have chimes or what.
That's definitely connected to him. Hands down connected to him.
It's just weird because I never noticed them before. Not to say they weren't there, but I just never noticed the sound.
Luna did that for me because I was devastated by that situation.
Oh.
That's why I said animal too. I kept seeing a little gray cat, and I don't know if that's what Luna, I don't remember. I don't think I saw the cats when I was there. But when I was talking about if you have like a loved one or a pet in spirit, little gray cat. To even like physically see or like have the sensations that she's like jumping up on your bed or whatever you're comfortable with, because whatever you set, like I said, will be the precedent, and it won't be the precedent just for that loving energy. Yes, she was gray. I feel her around all the time, and she shows me toy mouses and visits in dreams. Oh, that's so sweet.
That cat was very sweet to those two, to Margot and her daughter, but to me, I'll never forget. I was pregnant with my oldest, and she was not very friendly. And it's weird because all cats love me, so I had a thing with this cat. Me and this cat had a whole. I tried to be friends with it. I had tried to be nice to it. She had me pinned up against a wall at one point. It was just like,
Oh my gosh.
she was crazy, but I do feel bad that she's gone. I think she got friendlier as she got older.
Yeah.
But she didn't like anybody but Margot and Katrina.
I don't remember the cats being out because don't you guys have had 2 cats?
Yeah.
I just remember the dogs being out and me falling in love with the German Shepherd. The Husky Shepherd mix.
Yeah.
I don't know why I
the
can't think of
the
his name to
cats were
save my
hiding.
life right now.
The what?
Stella is the other, but she stays upstairs. Okay, yeah, so there was 2 cats. Yeah, neither one of the cats came out when we were there.
No.
My husband said that he feels like he's been followed by a childhood cat.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And see, we can toss that into that animal totems thing.
Yeah. Which is like, it's weird that Katrina brought that up because I am pretty sure, I have no idea if it's accurate or not. Somebody told me mine this past weekend at an event I was working at. A lady told me that she saw a black fox with me,
Oh, wow.
which I have an obsession with foxes,
Yeah.
but it's generally the orange and black ones, but I'll take an all black one.
Right?
I'm not
I
sure I
love
have an
them.
animal one, but I know the animals find me like in real time in
Oh, yeah.
like strange ones.
Animals find me everywhere. People are like, that's so rare to see that out. And I'm like, bro, I was just walking around and I was quiet for 10 seconds and here it comes.
Yep.
I usually take it
But
as
I'm
a
also
message.
outside a lot as well.
No, I'm talking about
walking
in
in
my
the
house.
woods
I had
and
a flying
hiding.
squirrel break into my house like 3 nights in a row. Like I didn't even know they were in this area at all. But every
is
time
really
something like
weird.
that happens, I look up like the spiritual meaning of it because I take those as messages.
Yeah.
Yes.
Like I had a bat break in this past, what was it? Like fall, Jordan? I think
Yeah.
it was. Yeah, that was just all weird stuff. So when stuff like that comes up, I look into the meaning behind it.
I don't have them busting in my house like Seven does, but I do have like the prettiest things come visit me in the yard. Well, minus the pig. She wasn't very pretty, but she was huge. But we've
Listen,
had
you
like
can't
bald
help it.
eagles and all kinds of stuff come visit us in the yard.
No, these
I have-
animals are like, you're not going to come outside. We're going to come into you.
Yeah. Well, I'm just outside for them. So, because I like, hiking and taking walks in the woods and things like that. And I will say, for the first time with my bare eyes, the last really big long hike I was on, I saw a beaver.
How cool.
And I collect beaver teeth. And I was like, boy, if I see you again.
Oh my God.
And it could also have to do with the fact that I have a lot of deceased body parts in my house.
Yeah, that's what I was talking about with your oddities.
Yes, I can't help it. And it's to the point now where like clients and friends now gift me deceased body parts of things.
That's so cool.
I love it. I know people are like, that's weird that you're so excited about that. And I'm like, are you kidding me? Look at this thing.
Yeah.
Everyone hide your pets. Stephanie's looking for shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, I kept all my like dogs and cats baby teeth, and I keep my cat's whiskers when they fall out. I actually have a whisker I call it a little wish jar, and I put all the little whiskers I find in there.
I have like a whisker altar.
Clutches my cat.
And then especially too when especially my one cat Odin, he's a little bit of a Bengal mix. And he has the thickest whiskers ever. And he lives outside. But every time he comes in to hang out, he leaves me a whisker and I'm like, "Thanks, buddy." And it goes on the whisker altar.
Yep.
Do you do that with your kids' hair too? When a piece of hair falls out, do you just take it and put it in like a little jar or something?
No, I don't do that, but I have a ton of teeth.
Yeah, I have teeth, and I also have the first clipping of hair from both of their haircuts when they were
Yes, I
little.
do have that. I have those taped in the baby book, but
Yep.
also I made my own during spooky season. I read bones, and I made my own bag of bones. And as creepy as it sounds, some of my kids' teeth are in my bag of bones.
Oh my
That's
gosh.
actually really fucking cool because that really puts you in control of what like kind of messages come through. Like using your own lineage like that. That's really cool. That's not creepy to me at all. I'm like, "Oh, that's smart, bitch."
And like, so for that one, there's no guided planets, there's no memorizing card, descriptions, there's no words. That's purely an intuitive reading
That's so cool.
with the bones. I've never really offered it like as an official reading, and I think that's because it means so much to me. It took me a year and a half to get it perfect.
Wow.
A year and a half to get to like intuitively collect all the pieces, and I realized last year that I need more. So who knows how long it's going to take me to get the next collection, but it's very personal to me, so I can't just like offer it on the internet. "Hey, everybody,
Yeah.
come get a boner." It's very personal to me, so I only do it during very specific time periods, and sometimes for very specific people I won't read bones for them,
Yeah.
or I will if they ask. Bones are very fascinating. I love them.
There was a show I watched. I don't remember. Maybe it was like Vikings or something. And one of the people was reading bones and they had like inscribed runes on them. And I thought that was so cool.
I have some coyote teeth.
Hmm.
Nope, coyote claws. That I have like earth, air, fire, and water inscribed on there too. Because it gives me like a deeper in tune vibe to where the challenge could be coming in. Because to me, coyotes are tricksters the same way that foxes are.
Yeah.
So like, but beware of this, and it gives me a deeper look into, is this going to be a trick, or a challenge when it comes to thought processes, or are your feelings going to trick you, or are your passions in the wrong direction? So I do inscribe some things on my bones.
That's really cool.
The movie Willow, there was a bone reader on there. I can't remember the exact scene, but I do know it was in that movie.
Did they have the runes inscribed on them in the movie?
Oh God, I don't remember now. Willow, that came out like in the 80s, I want to say 80s or 90s.
Gotcha.
It was the 80s, and I don't think there was anything written on the bones.
Okay.
No.
I have watched that movie semi-recently, actually.
That's awesome.
I love that movie.
Honestly, those little brownies had them, or somebody with the brownies had them. Those little people.
It was the elder guy in the village with the, what'd they call him? Willow was one of them. What did they call him?
Oh, shit.
They had a very, like the brownies, and then, there was pixies and all these other things, but they didn't call them like little people or dwarves or anything in that movie. They called them something specific. And it was the elder guy that sent them out on the quest.
Yeah.
In the village. And I cannot remember what they called them. That's going to drive me crazy.
Someone pull out Google and find out what Willow was.
I'm on it.
They like house elves or something?
They were what?
Was it like house elves?
No, it'll come to me when we're off the live if we don't figure it out before then.
Nope, I'm Googling.
Oh, okay, good.
No, that can't be right. Don't lie to me. Were they really? Nelwyn's?
No,
No, that's not right. Don't
that's
lie
not
to me.
right.
I know that they called humans dakinis.
Yes.
What did they call? Oh my God. Google, don't lie to me. I know that they've remade this. Apparently they remade it into a reboot or a show or
Yeah, I
something.
watched that too. That was interesting.
I can't handle remakes anymore.
It
Pets.
wasn't a remake. It was something else.
They refer to them as pecs, but that was the derogatory term
Yeah.
for them.
Yeah.
But apparently their species, I guess you could call it, is Nelwyn's, but everyone called them pecs.
Yeah, okay.
And now we know.
For those of you who haven't seen Willow, go watch it.
It's amazing. Because we're talking about it so much. It's amazing. Even for the time period. It's got Val Kilmer in it. Probably his hottest. So
I loved that movie and The Labyrinth with David Bowie and Never Ending Story. And I used to have a thing for David Bowie even when I was like a kid. It was weird. I just noticed something about him, and I think it was the eyeliner. I like dudes with eyeliner. I've never actually dated one with eyeliner, but something about him and eyeliner just got me.
That movie scared you? I loved those movies.
Listen, it translates into my adult life heavily with the type of books I read.
Yeah.
I apparently like possessive men.
Oh my God.
It was his attitude, that possessive, interdimensional stalker that really got me going.
Yeah.
Yeah, those little things that their heads popped off and flipped around, those freaked me out. Can't even lie.
The fire.
I didn't like those either.
Those fucking scared the shit out of me. I would close my eyes when those would pop up on the screen. But the rest of the movie I liked.
Those are the fireys.
Yeah, I was not a fan of those.
Yeah.
I also really liked Dark Crystal from back in the day.
Yes, that was the other one. I haven't even watched the remake of that one because the first one was so good. And I didn't like the trailer that I saw of the remake of it at all.
Yeah, I'm over remakes. It taints my beautiful childhood.
Yeah.
My beautiful memories of all my movies.
That movie also scared me.
Pause. I'll be right back.
Okay. If you guys have questions about spirit communication, being visited by spirit, seeing, feeling, hearing, anything like that, let us know.
Smells. Sometimes I smell roses for no reason, and I'm wondering if it's my grandma.
Yes, that's what's called a direct hit scent.
Oh, okay.
I just smell your dinner stuff.
Which I am eating, actually. I'm actually eating dinner.
All I smell is potatoes right now. Now that we're talking about it.
I do not have potatoes, but apparently 7 is tuned in to what my meals are.
Yeah.
As we've discovered.
Are you eating some noodly thing?
Katrina, every single time I connect to who would be your grandfather, that's what I smell. I smell cigarettes and alcohol every time.
To answer your question, 7, there is mac and cheese.
Yep. You always make me hungry. I always want what you're eating.
Should I send you my weekly itinerary?
I don't think you need to. I always seem to know.
Yeah, just think about what I'm going to be making tomorrow night and go grocery shopping in the morning. Yeah,
I wonder if you can do that with everyone, 7. Maybe we should just make a night of what's your dinner.
I was just thinking, what's the point? What? How is that a gift? Oh, I know what you're gonna eat. Woohoo! That helps no one.
I mean, maybe not in the baby stages, but maybe you'll grow it to a point where you can be like, hey, you're actually allergic to that. Stop eating that, you fucking idiot.
Or,
you never know.
Did you know that's actually really, really toxic for your pancreas, and it could become a thing.
Yeah.
Great. Fun. I'll add that to my
your repertoire.
Yeah.
Uncle Tom also messes with my car radio. I'm 99% sure of it, and my air conditioning. And see, that's that whole knowing thing too, knowing that they're there, knowing that they're around you, knowing
Right
who's
after
doing
he
it.
passed, my microwave went on the fritz for like a few hours. So like it was beeping for no reason. The numbers on it were kept doing digital stuff, and that was the first sign that I knew that he was around. I
Yeah.
questioned it because I always go for the logical answer, first, and then
Mhm.
but it just was too coincidental.
My grandmother used to always use this same brand rose scented lotion like her whole life. And although I do have my essential oils and all of my things, I don't particularly gravitate toward anything rose particular unless it's in some of my higher vibrational products. But even without spraying anything, even without using the oil, every now and then just the strong smell of that particular lotion. And I'm like, that might be my grandma.
Absolutely. That's how it is for me with my Meemaw too. Even though she was woman and feminine kind of presenting, she wore men's cologne. And every now and then, usually it's like big life events. Like the last time I smelled her cologne, I had just gone to the Social Security office and officially changed my name after I got married and got like my new social, my new ID, and all that. And as I was walking out, there was a guy in front of me that was wearing the cologne that she used to wear, and it made me cry immediately. It took me right back to like so many childhood memories, and like her, and it made me feel like she was proud of me, you know?
Yeah.
So yeah. But even like when it's not connected to somebody else, like I love messages like that where you just get to, like, I joke all the time. I'm like, babe, your grandma's here. I smell Ciroc. Because that was like her favorite drink. And then there was this like Hawaiian breeze type Febreze stuff they always sprayed in their house. And he came home today with Hawaiian breeze trash bags. And I was like, oh my God, that smells like your grandma. And he's like, yeah, that's why I bought it. It reminds me of my mom and grandma's house.
My grandma single-handedly started my obsession with the smell of cedar because she kept like all of her like old keepsakes in a cedar chest. And I would just go in her room and stick my whole head in the chest and just inhale repeatedly till I got dizzy. So if I'm in, it doesn't matter. I could be in anywhere near the gardening section of a store and I can smell the cedar like birdhouses.
Yeah.
So I am fine tuned to the smell of cedar as well because of my grandmother.
That's amazing. Well, you guys want to throw out what our upcoming episodes are going to be? I don't have it in front of me right now, and I'm totally lost track of what they're going to be. But
Wait a minute. It's going to come to me.
You're the
Actually,
organizer.
I think Seven accidentally segued into it with her ability to know what I'm having for dinner. I think it was like, was it gifts or curses?
that's one of them. I think that, are we doing the Aries thing? That's all I can
Yes.
remember that we're doing.
Yes. Now I have the song "Hot, Hot, Hot" stuck in my head. Thank you, Aries season. So we're having a very interesting astrological phenomenon happening this month. The energy is already building. It's going to be around for pretty much the whole month. But we're going to be talking about hot Aries energy and how it affects the self. And how everyone is going to get a personal hit and be personally put through their paces this month. And most of you have already started being put through your paces as well.
Yeah, I'm about to hibernate for the month, so.
Well, I mean, this is your house of habits, Seven. So if the fire of Aries in your house of habits says hibernate, do what it says.
I just want to hide.
It better make me a millionaire on my birthday next weekend at the casino. I mean, Jupiter's well placed, but yeah, it's not gonna affect. Jupiter's well placed for a trip to the casino. Everything else is just gonna feel like your personal attack.
Yeah. That's definitely what I'm feeling with it all.
Oh, or intolerance to everyone but yourself.
It's not, I mean, yes, hella intolerant right now, but like, it's like my people I'm very tolerant of, like my little inner world. But like anything outside of that is just, I don't know, man. You know, like Hades and the cartoon Hercules?
Mm-hmm.
People are just pissing me off like that. Like it just flips the switch, and that switch usually isn't that available to me to be flipped like that. But
Wait
right
till
now, honey, I'm telling you, I could cuss someone out and sleep peacefully.
wait till you're going to once Mercury joins the fun. So we'll talk about that on that episode, how now everything is a brewing, but if you don't want to pop off and say your thoughts, I'll give you the date on when to hold back, or sometimes maybe you shouldn't.
Yeah, that's what I was saying about it too, and like being super curious about this episode because it was about like your internal world and not ruining things that you have set up for yourself for success and not ruining relationships that you've set for yourself because of all of this like crazy fire passion energy and where it's
This
coming from.
this will be ascension or damnation depending on how you approach this.
Yeah, exactly. That's a really good way to say it.
So it's for me, with my attitude, it's best that I just avoid people.
Yeah, same. That's
Yeah.
what I've been doing. I'm like, look, I know I'm not online, but it's you guys are safe that way. Everyone's safe right now.
Well, like people
Jordan's
are
fucking
like,
spicy right now, so
they're like, I like your posts, but you should go live. And I'm like, I'll explain in May.
mhm.
While I'm not gone live by myself in April.
Yeah, when Justin Timberlake comes back, I'll come back with him.
Yes. It's gonna be May.
Yep. That's like my whole theme for April. I am just so spicy right now. And
Yeah, I need a little bit of Taurus season to cool the fires in me right now.
yes, and it's not even like simple shit either. It's like
Nope.
all of our schedules too. Like all of our schedules have been fucking insane. Crazy shit's happening left and right. Shit's like going off my kids' schools left and right. I'm like, I can't keep up, let alone try to maintain, try to save face.
That is why I'm glad that these are astrological events that do not happen often, because it has been a lot with just the sun and Venus and Mars and Mercury
Yeah.
hanging out together. One specific area of everybody's chart. Oh my God, my basement flooded on Friday last week. Katrina, I feel you. Like, I have a backup battery for it too, and it was off for so long, the backup battery drained. But like certain areas are getting super heated, and it was just the sun and Mars and Venus and Mercury to blame. But now with the overload in Aries and also Chiron being in Aries, which we'll talk about too, how your personal wounds are being attacked as well.
And Katrina is an Aries, I believe.
Mm-hmm. She was talking about her birthday at the casino
Birthday.
next week. So
Yeah.
yeah. My son's birthday's next week too.
Oh, yeah.
Well, this week, really.
I think Aries, in particular, the zodiac sign, will take this a little bit more gracefully.
I'm about to say
think
my
they're-
son's so unaffected by this shit.
But their season will come in the aftermath when they're like, whoa.
Gotcha.
And there might be a quiet reflection. I am not an Aries, so I am intolerant.
Yeah,
I
same.
just don't even want to play the game. I just don't.
Right.
I want to let the planets do what they do, and I get to do what I do, and just leave me the fuck alone.
I feel like so for me, I feel like there's a worst case scenario to everything we've been going through astrologically. And usually I'm like, ooh, I missed that worst case scenario. Ooh, every worst case scenario has manifested in my life. And I'm like, I need Taurus season. I need grounding energy stat.
Yeah, that's how it's been for my husband too. Like every fucking day, it's like some other bullshit coming up and like knocking his confidence, knocking something. And it's just like clearly something really fucking good's about to happen, but like let it happen right now because enough with the bullshit, you know?
No, because your husband and I are experiencing this in the same house. which is the most visible house in our chart, the 10th house. This is not going to slow down anytime soon.
Yeah, same, Brooke. I've been saying I want to be on an island by myself for like a week. Same. But like, I want my people with me. I don't want to be like alone. But like, the extension of me, I don't want to fuck with her right now. Me and her broke up for a little while.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're not good.
I'm just, it's a lot. At this point, all my my husband's very supportive and caring. And at this point, he just looks at me and he's like, I'm so sorry, babe. That's all I can say. I'm so sorry, babe. Every time the phone rings, he looks at me like he knows what's like. He doesn't even know who's calling, but he knows it's going to be some bullshit.
Right.
So, but yes, we'll dig into the bullshit next week.
We have a tarot night coming up too. I don't remember what the hell the title. I wrote all this stuff down.
Unfinished business.
Yes, unfinished business.
Yes.
We were gonna do a whole tarot night, and we were all going to get our tarot cards out and do like a big ass reading for a viewer on unfinished business and look at it from 3 different lenses.
I am a tarot novice, so it will be very baby for me. Even though tarot bingo was a hit.
Oh, was it?
We still need to do that too.
Yeah.
Turns out if somebody just asked me what a card is, I'm like, oh, I don't know. But faced with a reading, I just open my mouth and it falls out. So we'll see how that goes on tarot night.
I have full confidence in you.
I bought a new book too.
There you
I
go.
believe it was one of Seven's recommendations.
Oh, did you get it? Did you look at it yet?
The complete one. I'll send you a picture of which one I got.
Okay.
But I know it was one of your recommendations.
Okay. If it's the blue one, the Tarot for Yourself, all the meanings are in the back. It is very overwhelming. There's a lot of things there.
No, this was a learning tarot one.
Yeah, the meanings are in the back, though.
No, this was a specific... I'll send you which one I got.
Okay.
I really, really like it. It is all about specifically knuckle down learning.
Yeah. That's what this one is, too.
But yeah. So yeah, new upcoming episodes. And then do we want to talk about like allowing people to influence our episodes as well? So we have like there's an endless amount of things that we can talk about on the podcast. However, as Katrina asked, which I wrote down, animal totems and symbolism, if there is ever a topic that we have not covered that you would be interested in hearing us cover, you can shoot us an email, text message, not text message. You don't have all of our numbers. Message on TikTok, on book, on wherever you get a hold of us and request a topic. We'll see what we can do.
And let us know too, like if there's details about that topic you want to know, you can give us all the details you want. That way we make sure we cover the right stuff for you guys.
Absolutely.
Like say you want us to go over dream interpretation again because you had a nightmare 3 days in a row. Don't just tell us dream interpretation, tell us the nightmare.
Yeah.
Like the more details we have, the better odds are that we're going to cover exactly what you were hoping we would cover with it.
Yes, we are open to suggestion because we might want to cover a topic that you want to cover, but it's been backlogged. We're like, oh, that'll be episode 192.
Yeah.
But if you want to hear about it sooner, we won't get to your topic until you ask for it. So yeah. Is it Virgo season? No, it is not Virgo season. It is Aries season. Virgo season is end of August into end of September.
My youngest is a Virgo, so.
Anti-inflammatory diets are the best case. Get them used to it now. Because as that gut evolves, that biome does not stay with a healthy pH.
Yeah. He, ever since he was a baby, he's had sensitivity to milk, even Lactaid.
Yeah, it'll be weird too, because I swear for a lot of Virgos, it'll be either stress gut fallout or like every year they get older, add a new like random food that they can't eat anymore because it'll start messing with their gut.
Luckily, so far it's just been milk. That's or anything that's dairy.
Yeah,
Like
good.
he can
Fingers
eat
crossed.
it. Like he drinks lactate, but if he has more than like one glass of milk, he's in the bathroom.
My mom's like that too, and she's a Virgo, but hers is weird. It's like certain types of milk, all ice cream, and certain types of cheese. There's some she can have and some she has to avoid like the plague.
It'll never be simple with like Virgo energy. They're like, oh, it's all gluten. Oh, well, no, I can eat this and I can eat that. It'll be like random things. It'll be like, even if they're like, oh, I'm allergic to strawberries, but I can eat the pink ones. Like, what? It'll always be very, very random and very specific. So, yeah.
Well, I think that covers it for us. And we will post updates for you guys. We're going to get back on it. I know we took a little siesta, but we're back. So we are going to be posting those updates for you guys to let you guys know what the upcoming episodes are going to be on, and when and where we're going to be, which will probably always be here. But we may get to where we're starting to do it on the tube as well again, too.
Yes.
So we will let you guys know. And thank you guys so much for being here and hanging out with us and sharing your stories and asking us questions. We love that.
We love the viewer. Oh my God, my brain.
Interaction?
Interaction. Thank you.
I got you.
Thanks. Yes, we love reading comments and the interaction. Or there's a lot of dead space, and I think all three of us are half brain dead at this point.
We really are.
Yep.
Life's been crazy. But we will see you guys next weekend.
I'm going to do the thing where I wave until I'm dropped, even though no one can see me.
I'm peacing out then.
Yes.
Bye, you guys.
Bye, guys.
Bye.